My fiancé announced, "I'm calling off the wedding." "I've fallen in love with the wedding planner." I simply responded, "I get it." Right after, I contacted the wedding planning firm and explained the whole situation. He lost his job on the spot. Later, both of them turned up at my place at 3 in the morning. Original post: I'm a 36-year-old guy who was set to tie the knot in 3 weeks. I'd been together with Jessica, 32, for 4 years. We got engaged 14 months earlier. Around 8 months back, we brought on a high-end wedding coordination service. It set us back $12,000 for complete planning and management. The assigned planner, Nalan, 29, was a charismatic type with strong referrals, always impeccably dressed. He had connections with every supplier. Delivered that classic, "I'll turn your vision into reality" line flawlessly. Jessica was captivated immediately. In hindsight, the red flags stood out. Those exclusive concept discussions I wasn't included in. The midnight messages about urgent table decor crises. How her face brightened whenever his name appeared on her phone. Still, I had faith in her. Why doubt it? We were building our future together. Last Monday, she suggested coffee at our usual spot. She seemed anxious, twisting her ring nonstop. Then came the bombshell. "Brett, there's something I have to say. I'm ending the engagement." My mug stopped midair. What's the reason?" "Is something wrong?" "I'm in love with Nalan." Just like that, 4 years vanished. No gradual lead-up, no, let's discuss our issues. Straight to "I love the wedding coordinator." "How long has this been going on?" I managed. 2 months, it wasn't planned. It simply happened. 2 months. While I was sampling desserts and choosing gifts for my groomsmen, she was developing feelings for the man we hired to organize everything. "So you've already?" "Yes." At least she owned that part. I sat quietly for half a minute absorbing it, then I spoke the only words that came to mind. "I understand." She looked stunned. "You do?" "Yeah, feelings can shift like that. I'll take care of canceling all the arrangements." Relief washed over her face. "Thank goodness, I was terrified you'd cause a big scene. Can we remain friends?" "Of course, Jessica. Whatever feels right for you." After some stiff small talk about splitting belongings, she walked out. I stayed seated another 10 minutes, then reached for my cell. First call went to my friend Greg, an attorney. "I might need you ready in case contract problems arise." Second call was to Prestige Event Planning, Nalan's employer. "Hello, this is Brett Morrison. I'd like to speak with the owner, Mr. Castellano. It's critical, concerns Nalan Thatcher." Update 1. Word reached Mr. Castellano in under 60 minutes. Prestige Event Planning enforces a zero-tolerance rule against staff getting involved with clients. It's written in contracts, staff manuals, the works. They'd faced similar issues previously. "Mr. Morrison, precisely what are you reporting?" "Nalan has been involved romantically with my fiancée Jessica for the past 2 months. She just broke off our engagement to pursue him. I possess messages, correspondence, and can supply her recorded admission if required." Silence stretched for 10 seconds. "Mr. Morrison, I'm truly sorry. This behavior is intolerable. We'll launch a full review at once." "I'm not after reimbursement," I clarified. "I simply believed you deserved to know the character of the person representing your brand." That conversation happened Monday afternoon. By Tuesday morning, Nalan's employment was terminated. Castellano phoned me directly. "Mr. Morrison, Nalan has been let go as of right now." We also uncovered that he utilized company assets for private encounters with your fiancé. "We're returning your full fee and offering additional compensation to prevent litigation." Would $18,000 suffice? That meant our original $12,000 plus $6,000 on top. "That's quite generous, Mr. Castellano." "It's crisis management, Mr. Morrison. We cannot allow this to spread. An NDA will be required naturally." "Naturally. Though NDAs only restrict what I say about your firm. They don't prevent me from discussing what Jessica confessed or sharing my own account of events with my former fiancé." Tuesday night. I began dismantling the wedding plans. The reception hall, once they heard the bride had left for someone else, refunded half the deposit with sympathy. The food service retained their $2,000 deposit. My college acquaintance who was photographing it returned every cent. Then I did a small, spiteful thing. I updated my socials. Wedding canceled, Jessica chose someone new. Life goes on. Anyone interested in a booked DJ for December 15? I never mentioned Nolan by name. No need. Her circle already knew the planner's identity. Update 2. Entitlement kicked in Wednesday evening. Jessica rang, sobbing. Brett, what have you done? Nolan lost his position. I did nothing. I merely notified his workplace that he was involved with a client. You spiteful jerk. He told me you were accepting of it. I accept that he breached professional standards and his work agreement. These are the predictable outcomes, Jess. He's about to lose his home. His vehicle, everything depended on that job. Then perhaps he should have considered the risks before pursuing a client. I'm more than a client. To him, you were both. That's precisely why they let him go. She ended the call abruptly. Thursday at 7 a.m., heavy knocking rattled my door. Jessica stood there with her sister Meredith. Meredith launched right in. You have to phone that firm and correct this. Tell them it was all a mistake. Good morning, Meredith. No, you wrecked Nolan's livelihood out of envy. I reported a breach of conduct. The firm chose their response. Jessica cut in. Brett, I'm begging you. He's threatening a defamation lawsuit. I actually chuckled. Based on what? Speaking facts. Best of luck. I have your admission, your exchanges with him, plus an audio clip from our cafe discussion. You taped our talk? Single-party consent jurisdiction, Jess. Perfectly lawful. Meredith switched tactics. What about all the payments, the wedding expenses? Jessica claims you're holding on to the funds. I'm terminating every booking and absorbing the non-refundable portions. Anything returned belongs to me since I covered the costs. That's economic. Mistreatment? No. That's refusing to finance Jessica's ceremony with a different groom. They stormed off amid more yelling. But that was only the start. Update 3 a.m. visit. Friday passed quietly, too peacefully I should have anticipated trouble. Saturday 3:07 a.m. loud banging. My doorbell camera showed Jessica and Nolan. I spoke via intercom. Leave or the authorities get called, Nolan shouted. Unlock the door. We need a face-to-face discussion. There's zero to discuss. Get lost. You've taken everything from me, my position. My standing, all of it. You took it from yourself the moment you got intimate with a client, Jessica added. Brett, please listen for a minute. Nolan has an offer. Reluctantly, I cracked the door chain still latched. Nolan appeared disheveled, beard growth, crumpled outfit, nothing like the refined expert I'd chosen. 5 minutes, I allowed. Nolan brandished his phone. I've got correspondence here, messages where you discussed Jessica. Personal details. Confidential matters you confided about your partnership struggles. I fixed my gaze on him. Are you attempting extortion? I'm proposing an arrangement. Contact Castellano, claim it was all a mix-up. And these stay confidential. Those messages were shared privately with our hired coordinator regarding our relationship. You're actually threatening to break client privacy rules in order to extort me. Jessica tugged his sleeve. Nolan, perhaps we shouldn't. Quiet, Jess. This mess is partly yours. Interesting, already cracks appearing. I retrieved my device. This exchange is being recorded. You've just tried blackmail involving protected client details. Care to proceed? His complexion drained. You aren't permitted to record. Single-party consent state recall. I authorize my own recording. Now vacate my premises or police are summoned. Jessica began weeping. Brett, don't involve law enforcement. Nolan has already suffered so much. Then he should cease breaking laws. Depart, immediately. They retreated, though Nolan struck the doorframe first, captured on video as well. Update 4. The fallout, Sunday afternoon. Greg, my attorney pal, rang. Man, did you anger a wedding coordinator? Received the strangest menacing message. Nolan emailed my workplace, my folks, and various friends, pushing evidence that I was an abusive spouse who blocked genuine romance. Attachments featured out-of-context rants about typical couple tensions, wedding pressure gripes, invented claims of me being domineering. Issue was, he used his old work email, still bearing the company footer, and overlooked that his replies appeared too, revealing obvious flirtation with Jessica disguised as guidance. Greg chuckled. This fool handed us ammunition, breaching privacy, confirming affair dates, displaying clear misconduct. Want me to go after him? What's the price tag? For something this straightforward, consider it amusement. Just buy me good whiskey. Monday morning, Greg dispatched cease and desist notices to Nolan and Jessica. They detailed the extortion effort, supported by footage, privacy breach, defamatory outreach, and warned of criminal civil pursuit for further contact. Best move. Greg copied Castellano at Prestige. Castellano phoned within the hour. Mr. Morrison, I reviewed your lawyer's correspondence. I'm horrified. We're initiating our suit against Mr. Thatcher for breaching his non-disclosure and confidentiality obligations. Will you assist? Without hesitation. Nolan's agreement barred using client data for non-business reasons for 2 years post-employment. Breach penalty, $50,000, update 5, the downward turn. Tuesday, Jessica's father phoned. Richard was always direct. Brett, what in the world is happening? Jessica's at home weeping over legal threats and ruined futures. I laid it all out. The infidelity, her admission, the attempted shakedown, everything. Long silence. Good Lord, she abandoned you for the planner and then he tried extorting you. That covers it, and legal action against both, primarily Nolan. Jessica received the warning letter. Another pause. Brett, I apologize, we taught her better. Not on you, Richard. The hell it is. Tell me, how can I fix this? Nothing needs fixing. Just ensure they stay distant. Consider it handled. And Brett, the wedding contribution we provided Jessica, it was meant for you both. I'd like you to accept it. Richard, I couldn't. It's $15,000, son. Think of it as the family's regret. I'll deal with Jessica. Wednesday, I opened my eyes to 52 messages from an unfamiliar sender. Jessica using a throwaway number. Please respond. Nolan is falling apart. He could lose his credentials. This is my doing. I made an error. Can we meet? I'll walk away from Nolan if you withdraw everything. That final line revealed plenty. I captured screenshots and forwarded them to Greg. Thursday brought yet another 3 a.m. arrival. Solo Jessica this time. She appeared wrecked. No rest, no shower, tear tracks mixed with makeup. Brett, I'm pleading. 5 minutes only. Jessica, you're breaching the order. Police are getting called. I don't mind. Summon them. At least I can speak my piece. For a moment, pity flickered. Then I recalled her 2-month secret with our coordinator. You've got until they show. Nolan isn't the man I believed. He's furious constantly. Holds me responsible for it all. Claims I destroyed his future by loving him. You both demolished your own futures. I realize that. I messed up badly, but Brett, our past is over, Jessica. You ended it. I want to return. This place isn't yours, never really was. Your name isn't on anything. 4 years, Brett. Doesn't that carry weight? It carried everything. Past tense. Officers arrived. Jessica departed without resistance. I chose not to file charges but requested a protective order the following day. 3 weeks have passed since the cafe revelation. Here's the current status. Nolan facing a $50,000 suit from his ex-employer, stripped of industry credentials over ethical breaches. Word is he relocated to his folks' place and now waits tables. The once elegant planner is a server. Supposedly he tells folks Jessica tempted and wrecked him. True gentleman, Jessica, staying with her parents, how fitting. Richard halted her allowance and insisted she mature and accept accountability. She's in retail now. Her occasional influencer gigs didn't cover bills. Launched an Instagram on overcoming toxic partners. Community tore it apart so badly she erased it in 2 days. The firm, Castellano, mailed a $22,000 check total. The bonus ensured I kept their identity quiet. He also warned every contact in the wedding world, Nolan is untouchable now. Me, I'm managing, not fantastic, not awful, just steady. Attended several counseling appointments to work through it. Booked a solo Vegas getaway using refund cash. Dropped $500 on blackjack, still enjoyed every second. The place feels strange now. Barer yet fresher somehow, as though I cleared out poisonous vibes or whatever Jessica might phrase it. My brother put it perfectly. She ditched you for the staff and assumed you'd roll over. Instead, they earned precisely what their actions warranted, each other and zilch else. Final update. One more caller yesterday, 6 weeks after the confession. Not Jessica or Nolan, but Nolan's former partner, Valentina. You're Brett, the almost groom. Former groom, yes. I came to express gratitude. Nolan had manipulated her for months about late nights and phone secrecy. She sensed issues, but he labeled her insecure and overbearing. His firing and exposure made everything align. He cheated on me with your fiancée during your wedding preparations. We met for coffee and pieced timelines together. The coincidences were staggering. Evenings he claimed vendor meetings, he was with Jessica. Moments Jessica said sister time, she was with him. Valentina's closing remark, they belong together. Two unfaithful people who discarded solid partnerships for excitement. Let them carry that burden. Edit, answering repeated questions. Yes, I retained the ring, sold for $8,000. Small financial hit but brought finality. No, dating hasn't started, still healing. Yes, Richard stays in touch, we share a beer weekly. No, zero regrets, they chose their path. I ensured realistic outcomes followed. The $22,000 company payment plus $15,000 from Richard plus $8,000 ring sale plus assorted refunds left me financially better off. True payback doesn't require schemes. Sometimes it's stepping aside, denying them a fallback and watching choices catch up. Jessica craved Nolan enough to discard 4 years. Now she has him, jobless, resentful, hostile. Nolan risked it all for a client fling. Now he possesses what he truly merited. Nothing, me, I escaped disaster, discovering it pre-vows beats post-ceremony any day. Fate spared me even if the pain was brutal then. That chapter's closed. New one begins.